to lighting, air filters, and more. And with fast, dependable delivery, Grainger helps her keep every facility stocked, safe, and running smoothly. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
At Target, finding something for every kind of mom and every side of mom just got easier. Does she love fashion? Take 20% off select women's clothing and accessories and find a dress she'll love to wear. Is she into the outdoors? Freshen up her favorite spot with up to 40% off planters, pillows, and poofs. Or keep it classic, fresh tulips for just $12 and a Dossier fragrance trio for $32. Whatever mom is into, we've got it. Celebrate mom her way, only at Target. Restrictions apply.
In a world in need of a hero, one man rises to the challenge in style. He is...
just driving the kids to soccer practice.
Make every day feel epic in the all-new Hyundai Palisade Hybrid with up to an EPA-estimated 619 miles of range on select trims, advanced tech, and class-leading interior space. Visit HyundaiUSA.com or call 562-314-4603 for more details.
And hey, come on, no cleats on the seats.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance tech at a university, he knows ordering from multiple suppliers takes time away from keeping their arena up and running. That's why he counts on Grainger to get everything he needs, from lighting and HVAC parts to plumbing supplies, all in one place. And with fast, dependable delivery, he's stocked and ready for the next tip-off. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, don't worry about me, I called ART.
Traffic.
Watch for a wreck eastbound on Kellogg in Goddard because of a crash. The road is closed between KS 251 and 119th Street. From the Accident Recovery Team Traffic Center, that's your Odyssey Wichita traffic.
Weather.
Good morning. Expect some sunshine as we start the day to eventually turn into a partly cloudy sky. Another warm one with a high of 87, south winds 10 to 20. We'll see an isolated storm this evening, especially east of I-135. Then cloudy, windy, and colder. Overnight low 54. For your Tuesday, cloudy and chilly, a high of 60. Wet weather on Wednesday and a high in the middle 50s. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Tell your smart speaker to play 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
So easy to listen on my smart speaker.
Yeah.
Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. Honestly, I can't stop laughing at that beatdown the Knicks put on the Hawks last night. That was a 50-point game in the second quarter. They led by 61 at one point. Go New York, go New York, go. Bravo, Knicks. And by bravo, I mean no credit at all. Thanks for waking the hell up and actually bringing some energy and intensity to the playoffs. Too bad it didn't happen until a team that really had no business even being on the same floor with you jumped on you for a 2-1 series lead. Championship caliber teams don't jerk around and waste games and energy on scrubs that they should choke out. No credit for burying the Hawks. No credit for advancing to the second round. Remember, Tom Thibodeau got whacked for not advancing beyond the conference finals. Beating down a team that you were supposed to beat down and taking 6 games to do it does not make you legitimate title contenders. Say less, do more. I'm Jim Rome. Jim Rome here. True story. I married the best person I've ever met, Janet. And not only that, but the best mother I know. So would it not stand a reason that I would get her the very best gift for Mother's Day? Aura Frames. What an absolutely amazing product. I love it so much. And more importantly, she does. Save on gifts that moms love at auraframes.com. For a limited time, get $25 off the Carver mat frame. That's the one we have. You have to use the code ROME, R-O-M-E. Support this show by mentioning the Jim Rome Show at checkout. Terms and conditions do apply. auraframes.com.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Hey, what's up from the station that reaches the beaches? You're listening to Dingo and the Baby.
Dingo and the Baby.
Oh, baby.
Hey, I can't find nothing on the radio. Yo, turn to that station.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Good morning, Quahog. And if you're thinking about changing the station, don't you do it!
That's right, don't you do it. Welcome into Sports Daily. Glad to be with you. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, back after a while away. We'll learn of TJ's adventures here in just a minute, but he's back here with us on Sports Daily. We got our Prairie Fire coffee fired up and ready to rock and roll, getting you to a new work week. Do you need it, Royals fans? Do you even need the extra motivation? Are they back? We'll talk about it today. We've got Chiefs news from over the weekend, Patrick Mahomes injury news from over the weekend, lots of good stuff to get to. It's all what's on tap today, brought to you by Wichita Brewing Company, now featuring Caddy Snack, Wichita's golf beer. Caddy Snack Blonde Ale, refreshingly crushable, makes the perfect pairing from the first tee to the 19th hole, no matter the score. Caddy Snack reminds you to beer the ball. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. You can get in touch with the show via the phone lines, 869-1240. You can email the show, sportsdaily@kfhradio.com. You can get in touch with us via our video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X. You can also find us on 12 News Connected in the Odyssey app. TJ, welcome back. Good morning.
Let me tell you, Jacob, jet lag is a wild thing. Whenever you go back and forth, you don't know what day it is or what time it is, or if you even live in a world where Tyron Stokes is committed or not yet. I don't know what's going on.
Tyron Stokes has committed.
I've missed a world.
You have missed a lot. You've missed a lot. I've missed headlines that I missed. So there's a lot out there.
I honestly, we may need to do headlines TJ's missed, because I missed the entire NFL draft.
That's right. The NFL draft has happened since you've been gone. It's an interesting time in the world. The Royals are winning baseball games. They're winning series. They're back within a couple of games here. But welcome back. It's good to be here. We'll get your reactions to some of these things. Stokes, the draft. Certainly the Royals, as they just continue to win right now. But before we do all that in the next segment, we got to learn where you were. We didn't let anybody know. You're going to tell everybody, and they're going to get really mad at you.
They are.
And so enlighten us. Where have you been for the last?
We're going right off the top. I've been in Scotland. I've been in the UK, across the pond. Made the trip to Scotland. Bucket list trip for our family a little bit. Made the trip over there. Went to go play some golf, and we got the email, and we got on. We got in the ballot. We got in the lottery, and we played the old course. And I absolutely gave myself the yips. I was so nervous playing on that course, but we got the score we wanted to get. Got through it. I carried the hotel with the drive. We parred 18, which had all the spectators gathering around. So it was a good day.
Good day. So at 18, you parred 18. Now, do you feel confident half the time that you could shoot 18 in Augusta?
Absolutely not.
Under 9 strokes.
I played
how many holes at the old course did you have over 9?
I had 2. I had 2 9s, no 10s. I didn't get a 10 the entire week, and that's my claim to fame, is that I didn't. So
you did not play one hole at the old course that would not have qualified you for our endless Masters conversation.
But let me for this endless Masters conversation, this hole, after I got done, as soon as you texted me this, I'm like, this is the perfect example. Hole 1, I go up there. I had a caddy. We had caddies on the old course. If you're there, you have to get one.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I could do an entire 2-hour Sports Daily about one-liners that caddies make. It's hilarious. I get up there. He's like, how far you hit your drive? And I told him, he's like, well, you might go in the creek because it rolls forever here. He's like, lay up. There you go. Made it on the fairway, which the fairway is 90 yards wide there on hole 1. So made it on the fairway. I'm like, all right, we're good. We're going to get up in 2. This is going to be an awesome day of golf. Immediate. Topped it into the creek. I'm like, great. Drop. Hitting.
Good thing you laid up.
Hitting 4. Hit another one into the creek. And I'm like, okay, this is what it's. And then it's like a 3-putt. Then my next drive off the tee box went 5 yards because I had the yips. And then at that point, it just spiraled out of control. It was about an hour until I figured out how to play golf again.
Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. We're all jealous, and you just played a lot of golf everywhere. Was the old course the coolest course?
It was the coolest course because of the aura of playing the old course, obviously. But I said, the thing that I said is that, after you get off of hole 2, holes 3 through 15 is just a golf course. Because you watch it on TV, you don't sit there and you're like, oh, that's hole 4. I know that one. Right. Now you do because you've played it. And next year's the British Open's back there, and so now I'm going to be like, oh, that one. I remember that one.
Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, it's just a kind of a golf course after that. It's definitely not the hardest one that we played because it's 800 years old. So they've advanced a little bit over there, but Jacob, links golf is such a different beast than Kansas golf. I've learned the biggest thing that I learned right away is that in America, in Kansas, we, when we're in the rough, because we're in the rough a lot, you can take grass with you. You cannot do that over there. You have to pick it clean or it literally won't go anywhere. That is just such a hard adjustment to make.
They give you a little extra fairway space to work with. The old man game of golf translates, I would imagine, over there pretty well.
Chipping is impossible. The greens are hard and they run forever, but once you're on them, putting is slow because it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Well, that's incredible.
It's pretty nuts.
I'm jealous of hitting Scotland.
I made a birdie on the old course. So everything else the rest of the week, I don't care. I didn't break 100 a single time, but I made a birdie on the old course. I didn't expect to break 100 the entire time either.
I don't think you're a whiskey guy. Did you drink some whiskey while you were in Scotland?
A little bit. More Guinness than anything else. A lot of Guinness over there.
I love Guinness.
I couldn't believe we didn't see there was no Bud Light, Busch Coors Light. We saw maybe one
America.
Coors Light.
Why would there be?
I know, but and we have German beer here. You wouldn't think that a couple of the pubs would have something on, but no,
have an import. Yeah, I don't know.
No, they really didn't. I think the only thing that was
surely you could have found a Budweiser.
We found a couple Budweisers, but none of the pubs had anything in there. If you went to a pub, you weren't getting one.
Right. So, I think if you go to a
lot of pubs,
you might find
ate some haggis while I was over there. It's interesting.
Remind me what haggis is?
Sheep intestine.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
I'm not a big sheep guy, so I don't know that I would like it, but I'd try it. Some bangers and mash.
Yeah, had a little bit of that.
Shepherd's pie.
Mushy peas.
Shepherd's pie is one of my favorite things in the world. Surely you had some shepherd's pie. I don't know what they have in Scotland versus Ireland, though. A lot of the things are the same.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, I had a shepherd's pie with haggis in it, actually. Haggis and potatoes and peas, and it's I would never eat this in America.
I think I could sit at a pub and just listen to people talk to each other.
It was so
cool. For
listening to stories, they would just rattle, and every time you're just what's that over there? And it's oh, that's an old potato field from 700 years ago. And it's okay, all right.
And they're all good stories.
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes we lose our ability to tell stories here, but not over there. You're going to catch a story. You're going to sit down and you're going to listen intently for a long time. And you're going to hear about the old potato field.
It will. But yeah, old course happened. I broke 110. I'm a 20 handicap. Breaking 100 in America is usually the goal. And I'm not going to act like I'm better than that. So I was it's harder over there. So I'm going to say 110, and I got to 109 because of my par on 18. So I'm happy with that, especially with my couple 9s I took while I had the yips. But if anybody needs a full press conference breakdown of my round, I've got the scorecard. I kept stats, putts, bunker shots. Bunkers are hard. Oh my gosh, by the way. Yeah.
Kept stats? My phone app always asks me if it wants me to keep stats. And I'm like, I don't know what
you
the hell
don't?
you're talking about.
You got to keep stats.
What stats do you want to keep? I hit that one 13 feet to the right. I don't need that stat on my record. It's a horrible stat. We're glad to have you back. Plenty has been going on. We'll start with the Royals, the most topical. Then we'll kind of trickle our way through some of the things, the big headlines that have happened as you've been gone. It's Sports Daily. It's a Monday. Happy Monday, everybody. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea.
With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Welcome back in, everybody. Glad to have you with us here on Sports Daily. Longhoffer Lawn and Tree Care celebrating 60 years in Wichita, providing expert lawn care for a healthy lawn, tree and shrub care, and bedweed control since 1966. Longhoffer Lawn and Tree Care. We come back as the Royals are coming back, TJ. They have heated up since you've been gone, starting to win some baseball games, starting to play much better baseball. Certainly the offense is. You've missed endless debates about Jack Caglione sitting against lefties. Thankfully, they didn't face any lefties in the starting rotation against the Mariners, and he was productive. But the Royals now sweep the series. First road sweep in a while, first sweep in Seattle in forever. And even though they're 4 games under 500, they sit here today as they go into massive week. Cleveland, Detroit, they are 2.5 back of Cleveland and Detroit going into the week. And after all that happened in April, this is honestly all you could ask for on May 4th.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we talked about, is that, it's fine of what was happening, but it better have been the floor. And you hoped that something like this was going to happen eventually. So it sounds like it's been good. I saw the insane Angels game that took 9.5 hours to complete because of the rain delay and everything like that. Cags hit 2 homers in that game, didn't he?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I believe so. So yeah, it's a sweep this past weekend. I've seen that Lucas Erceg enjoys the roles that he's in, and says it, more
FLTS, the new team logo.
FLTS,
it's the new team slogan. It's a good one. It's perfect. The perfect moment. And it is like that was as encapsulating as anything. Like just catching it in that moment after everything that they went through slow and all the other things, to catch him in that moment. It's perfect. It's perfect. I mean, you don't even have to come up with one. What was it a couple years ago? The boys play some ball or something like that.
The boys are playing some ball. Yeah.
No, FLTS. Look it up if you don't know what that means.
They make shirts. They need to make shirts. Yeah. So who do they face? They face a lefty tonight. Is tonight the answer we're going to get?
Oh my goodness! If he sits him tonight, I'm going to lose it. I'm already.
Does he hit? I'm almost certain that I saw the headline.
Bobby's a righty.
Okay, I'm almost certain that I saw the headline that he hit the 2 home runs on the Angels, both against lefties.
He did. Yeah, he hits for power against lefties. He's not as consistent, but it gets to the point. He'll face a lefty. They'll face a lefty on Wednesday, but it gets to the point where it's just like, the hell are we doing here? Like, you're just never going to let him hit lefties? Like, could you have imagined doing this with Bobby Witt Jr. in his first year? Like, it's not even Cags' first year. He's almost at, what is he at? 250, 300 plate appearances? Like, and it's not like such an egregious split. And look, the other outfielders are playing well, and that's fine. But Cags is not the guy that sits down. You've got too much riding on him for your franchise. He can also DH. Let him play a game of first base if he needs to. Who cares? The guy played first base his entire life. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Yep. He did last year a little bit too.
So I think they're just overthinking him a little bit. Like, he's one of the guys you don't mess with. I mean, look, a day off every once in a while, it's not what I'm saying, but you don't just say, oh, it's a lefty, we're sitting Cags.
I agree.
I agree. I'm sorry, Isaac Collins and Starling Marte and Lane Todd. They're all playing pretty good. But nobody should be playing at the expense of Cags right now. He's too important to the franchise, and he's productive.
Yeah. The one thing that stood out, it was earlier in the season. He's probably crossed the threshold now, but there was a point where you'd look up the Royal stats, and how to be ranked as the number 50 home runs or batting average, you have to have a certain number of games played or plate appearances. And Cags wasn't in there yet because he hadn't had the number of plate appearances to even be considered a starter for the Royals. Like, that's the point. So we'll see how I assume they have to, but I don't know. I mean, it seems like Quatraro likes the things that he does.
I would say right now, day game Wednesday, lefty. It's not a day game Wednesday, sorry. But, couple of games, they haven't had a day off in a while. I'll bet you $1 American Jack Caglione does not start the game on Wednesday. Unless he hits like 3 home runs in the free. He seems beholden to it. Now, the things that they're saying are a little different, and JJ Piccolo talked on the broadcast before the game yesterday, and I heard some of that, and I think they're really happy with his progress. Again, I think when Marte and these guys are and Collins, who hit the ball well yesterday, like when they're going good, like you can make a case they give you a better chance. And that was Jalen Thompson's case at the end of the week. He was like, guys, they're desperate. They know they have to win every game. So and they're going to do the thing that, but like Caglione has to hit lefties. He can't just not hit lefties the rest of his career. He's a college player. He's not some 19-year-old out there trying to do it. Like you got to let him get those reps, because soon he's the kind of player you'd never sit in any circumstance. So we'll see. We're not the only ones either, by the way. Eric Hosmer was voted.
He saw that one.
Of the team, which, okay. I love it. So that'll happen. So they play tonight, 6:40 first pitches, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And then it's the day baseball on Thursday before the weekend series against the Tigers. Waka, Cameron, Reagans, Lugo. You feel good about 3 of those anyway. Noah Cameron has not been very good lately. But the offense is playing much better, and they've been one of the better offenses in baseball the last 2-ish weeks. So here you go, Royals fans. This is honestly all you could have hoped for. However, Stephen A. Smith, this could go sideways on you real quick, too.
True.
So you better bring it. This week.
It's not insignificant that they have home games through all this stuff.
We'll look back at their records against these teams.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, that will absolutely be a factor in whoever wins.
It's a big week. This isn't. Like 2 weeks ago, we saw them go to Detroit and New York, and it was 7 in a row on the road. Like this is one where it could be the biggest week of the season. You got seven in a row at home against 2 of the best teams
in either direction. Could be the worst week of the season too. Now they're playing much better than they were going into that road trip. The offense has been very good. All of your mainstays offensively are grooving right now. And so you're going to need to bail out the bullpen. One of the other things Piccolo talked about before the game yesterday was Carlos Estevez. And Lucas Erceg is finding his rhythm. His stuff has not failed him this year. His control has failed him. And of course, Daniel Lynch has been spectacular this year. That's been, the only 2 that you feel really good about. And the others, it's like, okay, Strom's been doing this a long time. He can probably get you there. But they've been in a position now to not, be in one-run situations always. So that's helped. But Estevez, I think the progress is good. So he talked about it before the game, and it wasn't just velocity that was concerning them. He had no control on anything. And so the question was sort of asked, do you wait until his velocity gets where it needs to be? And Piccolo's answer is pretty interesting. It was no. It was you don't. He said if his control is back, we're probably comfortable with letting him ramp it up at the big league level, which is pretty wild. But that tells you how badly they think they need help back there.
It's true. He still hasn't pitched yet.
No.
Okay.
But the progress.
It should be right around.
I shouldn't say that. I have no idea where he's at in his rehab. I don't know.
This is where
has not pitched in a game yet. I don't think.
Yeah, we're saying that this is when he was expected to come back. It's right around here.
Yeah. So they're happy with as long as he has control of everything and he's healthy, they'll let him ramp it up. Now that means he would obviously not come back as a closer if he did that. And it made me wonder a couple of things. It's like, boy, are they really just kind of laying the foundation of, well, we're letting him work back up to full strength at the big league level. But, do they not want to be? I just can't imagine he's going to be the closer again this year, unless Erceg falls apart. I think they're probably trying to be kind about that, but I think he's lost his job regardless.
I think so.
And probably for Royals fans, you hope it stays that way because that will mean Erceg is pitching well. Now they need Estevez's arm, whether it's the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, the 9th, the whatever it is, they need better pitchers back there. So he's going to be a big part of whatever it is they do this year. You and I were at opening day when he got booed, and it was like, whoa, that seems excessive. Like he had one bad appearance at that point. It's like, come on.
I agree.
Huh.
Okay.
But we'll see when he's back. There wasn't a timeline, at least the part I heard. There wasn't a timeline given, but just a strategy given.
Yep.
I thought that was pretty interesting. Vinny's hitting, Salvi's hitting. Everybody is kind of coming back to life here a little bit. So Royals fans, you got to feel good. I cannot believe they've been playing as well as they have now for 2 weeks, and they're still 4 games under 500. It got bad there for a minute.
It did. That's what I just looked at as well. I said, does that say 15 and 19? I thought they were 19 and 15.
No.
Yeah, they're still 4 under. All right.
4
what else?
games under 500 after
what
the
else?
2 weeks
What else? This is like flying blind. Like I honestly, like the only Royals game, I tried to watch the day game against the Angels on that Sunday because the time difference. It's the only one that was on at a normal time. And Peacock is not a thing overseas, so I couldn't watch it.
Well,
so I caught yesterday.
YouTube TV has those, by the way, for fans out there. The Royals have been caught on that one. The Rangers were caught on it last night. YouTube TV, because of the NBC Sports Network, apparently still exists. YouTube TV has Sunday Night Baseball. Peacock has it. But yeah, that you've got to get it. Those are kind of the 2 ways that you can catch it.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Any other headlines? Any other Royals headlines?
From baseball, probably not. It's just it's been good to see him get back in it.
What happened? What happened against the A's? They'll drop a series to the A's.
Yeah, they dropped the series, but they didn't play bad. And they made up for it. We came in and we were like, 500 week felt like it was going to be pretty good. That was going to be a tough week on the road. It was the day off came Monday, so you weren't getting any days off. It's all late games. Headline you missed. I'm staying up way too damn late last week.
I'm telling you, like they started over there. Those A's games started at like 3:30 in the morning.
Brutal stuff. So yeah, there's nothing bad happened in that series. They didn't play Cags one of the games, made me mad. But it was fine. The A's are not bad, by the way. Like that's probably all it was, as much as anything else. The A's are one of the very few teams in the American League above 500. They're in first place right now, the first place A's. So nothing to shake your head at there. Now they come home and they got to play their games. They got to play their division games and do what they got to do. And they'll have, again, pretty good pitching matchups. They do face Bobby Williams, Cantillo. So they're going to get, I think those are the Guardians' 3 better starters. So you're going to catch all 3 of them. And it's going to go strength on strength. Cole Reagans continues to look pretty strong. That you kind of missed that. He's looked good since you've been gone. I think how many of his starts have you missed?
Probably 2.
He's been pretty good.
Is Lucas Urseg back?
Oh, Lucas Urseg's way back. Yeah.
He had a week there where it's like, why is he throwing the ball over the middle of the plate?
Well, that was his problem. It was never his stuff. It was his command for some reason, which is, that's been a thing for him sometimes in the past. But let's just Reagan, since you've been gone, he was not fantastic against Seattle. But he was great against
the Angels. I saw that one actually. Yeah.
So
like 11 Ks in that game, I think.
Yeah, he did. He's been every other start, which would fare well for this upcoming start. He's gone 3 in 2/3 of an inning when that game he got hurt, right? Then he shut him down for 6 innings. He shut the Tigers down. Then he gave up 7 runs against the Yankees in New York. Then he had his great game against the Angels. Then he gave up 4 in Seattle and 5 1/3. Not a throwaway start, but not amazing. So he's been kind of every other. So if that trend continues, then this should be a pretty good start for him. But at least when you see him strike out 11 guys, you're less concerned that it's a physical thing, right? Yeah. Like it's like, okay, he can still do that. He'll be all right. But he's been back. Walker's settled in. Lugo's settled in. Noah Cameron has not been good. I'm beginning to be concerned about that. And I don't know what the answer there is. I think you got to let him just kind of get through it. But, I mean, there's not a ton you can do with that. He's given up 4, 3, 5 runs in his last few appearances. I guess his game against the Angels was okay, but he's been real hittable. He's fine. If that's what you're getting out of your number 5 starter, you're probably okay, I think. You just need it puts more pressure on Walker, Lugo, and Bubic to go deep into games, which they do. That's what they do. They're good at that. But that's it for the Royals. You left and they got good.
That's what it sounds like. Last year I left before I was doing this full time, but I left last year and they were the worst team in baseball for a week. So that law of averages. That was when they lost like 7 games in a row last year. So
when you were gone,
I was out of town for a trip
And they
last
were bad?
year, and they were terrible.
I thought you missed some time, and they went on their 16 out of 18 thing.
That was right when I came back. So this time they were bad, and I left, and they were good. So,
oh boy, that's
anybody needs any voodoo hexes? Just give me a call. We can figure that out. Other baseball headline. It looks like I missed the debut of the Honkers.
Yeah, Honkers this weekend. Honkers this weekend. They lost some games, but they won all our hearts because they're the Honkers. Yeah, they had their debut this weekend. Hope everybody. I mean, you got to get, and I got mine, so I'm not just saying it. Got to get that I Love Wichita Honkers shirt, don't you?
They wore black pants with those jerseys. That makes it less cool, but they're still pretty cool.
Yeah, you got to just roll with it. Yeah, I'm not.
I didn't know. I saw. I don't know if this was by design or what, but it appears that the Travelers, they also were the Mallards. Which I don't know if that's just a crazy coincidence or what, but they were the Mallards.
Mallards and Honkers, huh? Ducks versus geese.
Exactly.
I didn't catch that. That. We were I watched about as much. Man, I gotta be. We're talking baseball. My son had his second baseball practice, and I love watching my girls play soccer. That's great, but to get out there to baseball practice. And it's just like, it's the Sandlots, the Bad News Bears, because it's all just like-minded dads. And there's like 9 of us out there coaching. And you just like, what are they? They're like 7 years old. Can we get a water break? No, you can't get a water break. Get in there. Like, wear that. What do you do? And just like the whole chatter and it was so good. It was like the most energizing thing for the soul. After I go to these soccer games. And again, I love watching the girls play. I don't even know the rules. I have to ask all the parents. I'm like, can they do that? Like, am I crazy? And they're like, yeah, no, you can't. You can't do that. You can't. I'm like, God, it's drive myself nuts.
It's like a get off the shed situation. Hey, buddy, can you be a buddy and get off the shed?
What's happening right now? So I'm just yelling because I can't go to a game. Apologies to anybody that sees me at a game. I can't just sit there. I'm yelling something at somebody all the time. And usually it's just like positive re-encouragement for whoever.
It's got to be.
But there are times where, like, especially my oldest daughter who's playing up a little bit, she's on like the full 11 versus 11 field. And I'm telling you, I have no idea what's happening. And so I'm just yelling. And I've had to tell her, I'm like, listen, don't listen to a word I'm saying. Listen to your coaches. I'm just going to yell something because I can't just sit there. So no idea. But you get out on the baseball field and you start hitting it around a little bit. They're taking some fungo, and you're just.
Are you the dad? If you're are you hitting fungos at practice?
I have not hit fungo. No, I leave that up to head coach. There's too many. I have to just kind of sit back and hop in when I can because of the schedule. I would miss too much to do it. So
one day, the day that it happens where you have to hit ground balls, we need a recap after because everybody sits there and I'm guilty.
I haven't hit fungo since high school.
You watch coaches hit fungos, like why can't they hit where they need to hit it? And then I tried to hit fungo, and I'm like, I'm terrible at this. I'm so bad at hitting ground balls.
I'm pretty sure I'd be fine ground ball fungoing. But you asked me to hit like a fly to an outfielder.
I just pepper line drives. Like I'd be way too liable out there.
So hard to do, but it's great to be out there. God, I love baseball season. All right, we're coming back. Let's talk about that draft. The Chiefs. There's Chiefs news over the weekend. We'll hit it all next.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
the canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
TJ's out bouncing around the old course in Scotland. We're here playing in Crestview Country Club. 36 holes. Played 9 with the daughter the other night. Had a great time. Had a Kentucky Derby great time. Member appreciation event on Saturday.
Mint julep?
Had a mint julep. I did. They had a lot of fun, actually. A lot of activities. People had it all on. My son and I wore hot pink matching Hawaiian shirts. It was fun. It was, I didn't know if I'd go the full suit. I was like, I'm going to be outside. That might be a little. So anyway, it was a great time. They all the food and drinks on Crestview, great member event. They got all kinds of that stuff coming up too. And the pool's going to open soon, which means it's nonstop out of Crestview. Give them a call. Ask them about all their different memberships. Did you watch any of the Derby? Were you back?
I did not. I think that was my mega travel day to get back, and I think I landed in time to see who won.
It's a great Derby.
Oh, man.
It was a great Derby.
It was like they came from like last to first in the final 100 meters.
First woman that's ever trained a Derby winner. It was just fantastic. It was great. A guy I went to high school with, played baseball with, is part owner of the 17 horse that was leading most of that race, which was pretty wild too, pretty thrilling. It was pretty cool to be able to see his, he'd post about it or whatever, at the progression to actually qualify for the Derby. And then they get there and it's a 17 and you're reading up and it's like, this horse has to get out to a big start. And he did. And you're just like, this is nuts. And he couldn't finish it off, but it was cool. A great way, like you go back and you watch the replay because as it's happening, it's like, man, where did 19 come from? And then you watch the replay, you're like, oh crap, like really, where did 19?
I saw the joke of that's the perfect analogy of Scotty Scheffler Friday to Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
He goes
exactly
76 day one and then finds a way to get into second place in the tournament.
Man, it was it was good. Let's table the Chiefs for our full segment in the next hour, a long segment. Let's go to Tyron Stokes and KU.
They got him.
That's all that's happened. They had a Zoom interview with Abdi Bashir.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think any decision has been made by Abdi Bashir yet, at least that I've seen. I would tell you that if they can pull that off too, you're looking at a starting lineup and it's like, you know what, that actually makes some sense.
I agree.
That makes some sense. Now, Bashir's going to have to, and I don't know if he'd be a starter. He's going to obviously have to play a better level of defense than we saw him play at K-State and be healthy. But you're like, okay, if that's what you're building around Tyron Stokes, all right. Like that's got a chance to be okay. But it's a lot of questions still. And it's not going to be the juggernaut roster that, KU has had some years, but they haven't had one in a while. I mean, they were the preseason number 1 2 years in a row. You could call those juggernaut rosters, and I would. All the returners, all the All-America honors, and all of those things. It didn't work out anyway. So really, like we try to compare these rosters year to year because that's what we're naturally inclined to do, and that's a total crapshoot. Like that's a waste of time. Like it really is a year-to-year proposition, and it just depends on how this goes together. Tyron Stokes commits. I talked to Paul Savage and Brady about this last week. I'm concerned about, he's going to have to be wired a special way because he has, Darren Peterson feels like he didn't want any of the attention and he got it anyway and he was hurt and that became a thing. Tyron Stokes wants all the attention. He wants it all. He goes to national TV on the most famous basketball show in the world to do his announcement with 2 big sponsors right front and center and his logo on his chain and all of this stuff. Like he is asking for all the attention and he's going to get it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a freshman playing college basketball for the first time in the Big 12. If it doesn't go well, got to see how he responds to that. Got to see how fans and coaches respond to that too, because it did not go well with Darren Peterson. That's what I worry about. Like, can he do that? Because I don't, and it's a different game. How it translates could be different. Who knows? If he's getting you 18 and 8 rebounds a game, is that going to be good enough? Because that might be what he translates to. And I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. So then where else does it come from? So it's far from a completed story. Boy, if they could get a shooter like Abdi Bashir, I'd feel a whole lot better about the team. Because right now you're like, who's shooting? Yep. Right now, who's shooting the ball on that team?
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, they were predicted to get Abdi Bashir, and K-State stole him late last year. So it makes a lot of sense that they are in the mix for him. I would love that. I think that would be, he was one of the best shooters in college basketball last year when he was healthy. So I think that'd be a really good roster. I think that to me shows that, like, we had the conversation of like, what if they didn't get Stokes? How much money will they have to use? And they spent a lot of money on Tyron Stokes, it sounds like. And so that shows that, like, they've got enough to go get him. And, Bashir is going to be expensive as well to fend off the people that are trying to fend off for him. So
I don't – it's going to be a money thing. We don't know how much money they have, do we?
I don't Oh no, we don't have an actual number, but we have
Well, I mean, even reports of how much they have left.
No, I have no idea.
I don't know.
But that's the biggest question now is that they've got enough to pay Tyron Stokes and all these other guys. How much more money do they have?
I sent you something before the show, and I have to vet this, but it kind of compared ticket sales for Kansas. Like sometimes I do wonder, resource-wise, how anybody ever has, besides Duke, perhaps. And man, that's the other thing that's been happening since you've been gone. We have a 76-team NCAA tournament. We have Duke cutting deals with Amazon. We have the 5-year player thing that's happened now, and it looks like that's happening. There has been a lot of that kind of stuff. And you look at what Duke just did with Amazon. Big 12 signed its private investment deal. Kansas could probably do something like that. I don't know if Kansas is going to, draw Amazon's attention the same way, but it would draw somebody's for sure, especially if they keep getting the top player in the country.
Yeah.
Are they able to tap into that? Are they going to take private money? This is where that private money thing gets interesting. Do they? I don't know where, because they're also in the, trying to rebuild a football program at the same time. They're just building a new football stadium. I don't know if they have the kind of checkbook to just go say, you know what, just go get Abdi Bashir, whatever it takes. I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea if
there's a number somewhere.
They just paid the biggest number, I would imagine, to Tyron Stokes.
Yes.
So that's where we go back, and it's like, boy, is this the right path to keep getting these number one players and using all of your resources to do that? I think any coach would tell you they always just want the best players. But if he's costing you 8, is he better than, 3 other guys that could get you there for that's the challenge I think KU faces right now. Are they going to write checks like Duke writes checks? I don't know that they are.
Yep.
And they've always been able to get top guys. So I wish so badly we had like a money spent on rosters. Like I wish we did so bad. We had people guess at it, but we'll see if they have enough to go get some more, because I think they need some more. Real quick, as we're talking college hoops and playing catch up with TJ Cleveland. 76 teams in the NCAA tournament. Nobody wanted it. Are you losing any sleep over it? Because I'm not. I don't think it changes much of what we experience.
I'm not. I think that it's, it's bad for the, Wichita State middle grounders. I think not quite the mid, like not quite the low majors, but the mid majors. I think that
because they might now have to play in one of those games.
Yeah, I think that like they just get less of like, no, not that. It's the fact that like they're going to catch Texas, who was the 74th team in, and then it's like, oh wow, like you guys get to play, 11 seed Texas as the 7 is what
they also need to be able to get in.
It's true. Yeah, I agree. But like in the same breath, I know we've talked about this, is that's more spots that mid majors could take. But with the way that history has shown is that when it goes to a committee, they look at
it was 8 teams last year, and I think by the last first four thing for most places, it was about 3 and 5, 3 mid majors, 5,
which is surprising. I would have to think that last year may have been a little bit of an anomaly, but I don't know. I'm talking, without looking anything up.
Yeah, I think that's probably pretty normal.
In years past, I think that college football is the perfect example. Is that whenever it's between whoever you want to say, Boise State or blank, like it's usually blank. Like whenever it's going to be between Tulsa or Auburn for the final spot, like it's probably going to go to Auburn like that. And there's going to be some, Miami, Ohio got an at-large, and there was a lot of talk about that. And there's going to be guys that are going to get in there, and it's going to benefit some of them, but it's just a question of, will it benefit overall more of the Wichita State second place in the Americans, or will it benefit more of the UCF 10th place in the Big 12?
I think it'll be both. And I also think the only danger in any of this was messing with Thursday, and it sounds like what I've been able to surmise, nothing will change on Thursday. So for the massive viewing audience, you're not losing anything Thursday. I suppose for the rest of us, the Tuesday and Wednesday get a little more interesting. Maybe at minimum it gets you more teams to potentially be interested in it. If Wichita State, K-State, or KU are playing on the Tuesday or Wednesday, we're going to be fired up to watch it.
It's true.
If they're not, probably not, but that's the way it is now. So I think there was very little risk involved here to make a little more money. And
do we know
colleges are going to need to make a little more money?
Do we know who the play-ins will be yet? Do we know that number?
Yeah, it's going to be. I mean, it'll be.
Is it going to be like all the 11s have a game?
It'll be kind of what it is now. Yeah, I think it'll be a mix of them to get into, and I'm sure there will be parts of it where we're like, but it was coming. They all wanted it because they can get more TV money now on the front end to give to these schools who need to give it to these players. And you're seeing the private equity thing at the same time. Like, it all goes hand in hand. Like, schools need to do this. The private equity thing, real quick. This is tracking and trending the way that we thought a couple years ago when this idea first got floated out. And it's like, yeah, I could definitely see that happening. The timelines of it for the Big 12 all lead up to 2031, which is when their TV deal expires. Look at what Duke just did with Amazon. I'm telling you, Brett Yormark's long game has always been to break out basketball. It's why there were rumors to try to join Gonzaga at one point. It's why they went after some of the teams they went after in expansion. I think you're going to get a separate TV deal for men's and women's basketball out of the Big 12 and then football. And I think that's the long play. I think that's why this private equity group wants in. I think that's why they're willing to give them basically low interest lines of credit. I think that's why all of this is on the table, because the private equity group, they're banking on the long game of that TV deal and having some sort of stake in that. Oh, by the way, they own stakes in one of the networks that will be bidding on, the Big 12, you'd assume. So, obviously they got to be careful with it, and borrowing money is always a risk. But if the risk is a loan, these schools have the money to pay back a loan. It's just you don't want to give up any ownership or anything. Then that's what they're headed toward. I really think that's what's happening. Okay, we'll come back. We got headlines I missed in the last 12 days.
I don't have much.
We have the Chiefs. We got to get caught up on TJ's draft thoughts. They had rookie camps over the weekend. We get Patrick Mahomes news as well. A lot to get to in another hour of Sports Daily with Albrocht and Cleveland. Stick around.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
What's up from the station that reaches the beaches? You're listening to Dingo and the Baby.
Dingo and the baby.
Oh, baby.
Hey, I can't find nothing on the radio. Yo, turn to that station.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH. This is Sports Daily.
Good morning, Quahog. And if you're thinking about changing the station, don't you do it!
All right, there it is. Sports Daily on a Monday. Glad to be with you here. It's Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, making our way through the start of the work week. Who's ready for another week of this? We are. We'll get you to the Chiefs news from over the weekend. We got some headlines I missed while TJ was trying to keep up with headlines across the pond. Maybe there's some Scottish headlines, some history facts. Who knows what's coming? But we'll talk that. We'll talk all of that Chiefs news, including a Patrick Mahomes update. It's all what's on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where it's patio season. Have a brew with a view on Delano's rooftop deck. Enjoy happy hour on WBC East patio, or grab a pizza outside, shielded from the setting sun at WBC West. When you think patio, think Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. We come back in. It was patio weather this weekend. It was a beautiful weekend. Going to get maybe some rain here during the midweek, and then try to parlay that into some more sunshine, hopefully over this next weekend, maybe hitting a pattern here. It felt like, TJ, we hadn't had sun on a weekend in 2 years. Is what it felt like. It's been so long since you've just had sun, like a sunny week. It got hot. It was hot yesterday.
I know. Let me pose this question to you because this happened. Because obviously I wasn't around to mow the lawn. Is there a worse feeling as a man than getting the door-to-door salesman saying, "Hey, it looks like your yard could use some work. You can call my company." It's like, get off my property, man. What are
tough.
we doing?
I'm gonna need you to get the hell out of here, sir. Yes, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. I gotta go right after the show. I'm gonna get out there and get to
I'm ready to sneeze tomorrow morning. Get ready to hear me blowing my nose because hay fever is out. It's hitting me hard.
See, I'm the opposite. It's the tree flower. This time of year, I mean, I sneezed a couple times yesterday, but this time of year doesn't do much to me. It's fine. Yeah, I gotta mow mine too. I planted some grass in the backyard, so I don't know if you've had that experience yet of like how many times in a day can I walk to my backyard and just look at the ground?
Yeah, that's happening.
Just kind of give it the satisfactory, like, okay.
Yeah, I think that's going down this week. So I've got a couple headlines. They're not. I haven't been compiling them over the last week and a half, but I got some that I've saved sparingly as things have gone through. I imagine you've got some for me as well. But would you like me to go first?
All right, Max, let's hit it.
All right, Sports Daily fans. Let's take you to the sports headlines Jacob probably didn't see.
All right. We got a couple in here. Let's go back to this one was over the past week. I remember I saved this one. Did you see the Evan Sidery, NFL NBA reporter? Honestly, I don't even know who he works for, but he always has good stuff. I see him on here quite often. He had a report about Tyron Stokes' number. Did you see it?
I'm not sure. I've seen a lot of numbers.
Sidery said Stokes has signed a revenue share deal exceeding $7 million that makes him the highest paid player ever from a school, it's a weird thing because you can't say he's the highest paid player ever because like AJ DeBonta had like a Nike deal and a Red Bull deal. Like who are we deciding who's the highest paid? And this may be the highest rev share deal.
Yeah. There had been some chatter about that he was kind of demanding that the school like it be that piece because he's going to make his money, from Panini and 2K Sports.
It's so weird the reporting on all this stuff about like what's their NIL valuation. I'm like, I don't care how much Red Bull's paying this guy. They're going to pay him regardless of where he goes to school. Like I don't know, whatever. Anyways, more Tyron Stokes stuff that I've saved. This is from Mike Bethia, I believe is how you say his name. He was his head coach in high school at Rainier Beach. He told SportsCenter Next, their high school recruiting website, said, "You might be seeing what would have happened if LeBron James had gone to college."
Why are they doing this? Why are they doing this?
We just did
everybody
it with
involved. Like, why are you going down this road?
Yeah.
I have the most like foreboding feeling about how this is going to go. Like, why?
It could go great. Maybe it will go great. But,
maybe it will, but like, it's like everybody's doing everything they can to jinx it.
It's so funny. The polar differences of the Darren Peterson versus Tyron Stokes, to where it's like Darren Peterson's like, this guy's going to be the next Kobe Bryant, but he doesn't say anything.
We are treating Tyron Stokes, I'm afraid, like something he's not, and I'm just concerned about how that's going to go when he isn't. He could be a great freshman, and all the way to the world, self-invited, he wants it, is there. And I'm just watching college basketball the last few years, and I think about him playing Arizona, and I'm like, ooh.
Hey, that's
you
okay.
Better be ready.
Maybe it'll work great. Maybe it will work great. I'm rooting for it now. He's in Lawrence. You have to root for it now. If he played for Kentucky, I'm sure.
I hope it goes great. I just don't know why we keep having to set things up for like, oh, you remember back when his high school coach said he could have been the next LeBron? Like, do we have to do that?
I'm sure every number one recruit ever has had their high school coach say that as well. So give him a break.
They haven't gone on national TV with their two big sponsors to make a show out of their,
Not many people have probably gotten paid like him in high school either. So maybe if I was making that much money, I would hold up my penny as well.
Was coach. That probably had something to do with it.
Anyways, let's stick with Jayhawks. How about Jayhawk baseball? Save this one. They've won 10 in a row. They are 27-3 over their last 30 games. That is unbelievable.
Wild. You can't miss it now. Like, it's become this massive story.
They're going to host a regional probably,
which doesn't usually happen in baseball. Like, baseball doesn't usually come out of nowhere because it's so dominated by pitching.
Yeah,
and you're just like,
I have no. Yeah, that's insane.
We didn't see that coming from them.
No. Yeah, they might host a regional. We're gonna have to make it up to Lawrence and go to what is it? Hoagland Ballpark.
Hoagland or Hogland? I don't know.
I think it's Hoagland, and
I've
I'm pretty sure it's Hoagland, and they call it the
right?
Hog. But I we don't cover KU baseball.
I have not covered. I've never covered KU baseball. Not one time.
I agree. So, anyways, let's keep going. Let's go with let's switch to college softball over the weekend. I know you saw this one, but we'll throw it in here anyways. Shocker softball.
Oh, you took one of mine.
They won the conference. I had no idea they were even in the mix to win the conference.
They won though. They got hot. They got not quite as hot as KU, but they've been on fire.
Yeah,
they've got that Shocker softball swag back.
Yeah, no kidding. I couldn't believe.
Check out our Rachel Hallam's some of the sound from they look like an old they're swaggy. They're fun. They're cool.
All of a sudden, they were just kind of like, well, they're good, but they're not as good as they were at one point. And then a girl hit 4 home runs in a game, and then it's like, oh, they just don't lose anymore. They're conference champions.
Yeah, I don't know if they're as dominant as those two teams, but they're the best in the league, which is great, which is fantastic. Get you back to the postseason. Two
more throw in here. Over the weekend, Cooper Beebe, former Cat, love Cooper Beebe, got married. Dak Prescott came to the wedding. Could you imagine being
pretty tight? Yeah, they're pretty tight.
Could you imagine being one of Cooper Beebe's friends from high school? It's like, hey, can you come? Do you want to come to the wedding in Manhattan this weekend? It's like, oh, sure. And you walk in, you're sharing a table with Dak Prescott and however many other Cowboys.
Cooper Beebe's been good at the star. I did when I was a kid. I went to Terry Funk's daughter's wedding, and so I was like a middle schooler, and I'm like, oh man, there's Cactus Jack. Oh man, there's all these pro wrestlers. There's probably something like that. Whoa, no way. That's great.
That's pretty hilarious. All right. One more sad one. As of this morning, John Sterling passes away.
That was my other one. Yeah. I can't believe that. I cannot believe. Was he still calling games this year?
I don't know. I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he retired last year because I remember he was in the news.
That's right. So I listen to a lot of baseball. I love listening to baseball. And I have listened to, because of that, a lot of John Sherman. Whether it was John Sterling, whether that was because the Rangers were playing them over the years, or I'd just be driving, or if you go way back, not way back, but if you're we grew up on SportsCenter back when it was, you'd catch his calls all the time, John Sterling. And I can't recall the name of the woman who did games with him, but they had a very unique. There was not another broadcast like theirs, and it was just so cool and synonymous, of course, with the Yankees, who just crushed my soul so much as a kid. But I don't know. I didn't know he was as old as he was. And I wondered how often or if ever he had still been calling games at all. He certainly didn't look his age, I don't think. But he's one of the goats. Yep. He's one of the goats. And it's not even, I don't even know if I'd say he had that classic broadcast style that so many of the old school. He was unique, man.
I agree. If you're a Royals fan in the middle of Kansas and you know the name of somebody, a broadcaster,
well, sure,
that's how big of a deal. Yeah, that's the easiest way to put it. But yeah, really big deal in the world of baseball. All right, floor is yours. You got a minute.
You took both of them. I was gonna see if you saw softball, which I assumed you did, and then John Sterling happened here this morning. So
there you go.
So that was the one. We will not be doing any May the 4th references.
Oh, that's the day.
We're not going to be doing that. I'm not a huge.
I did see somewhere Disney is supposed to be dropping a trailer that is a big deal. But people are teasing that it's May the 4th. If you're into that kind of thing, I don't know if there's any merit to that, but I like a good Star Wars flick.
Yeah, it's probably the Mandalorian movie coming.
Oh,
I'm excited for that. I'm all about Star Wars. It's not a knock on Star Wars. It's just one of those all
right. Well, since we're going there, let me give you this one. Did you see yesterday? Dustin May, former Dodgers prospect star, plays for the Cardinals now. He pitched yesterday, and he's number 3. So May 3 pitched, and somebody said surely he's got to be the first player ever to wear the date on their jersey. Incorrect. Carlos May 17 did it back in, I don't even know how old this picture is. 1975.
There you go. All right, let's talk some Chiefs when we return. Good to have those headlines back in the mix here. There's a lot going on with the Chiefs, oddly. We'll get to it all next.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you on a Monday morning, bright and early. It's good to have TJ back. We'll have a couple wacky things this week on the programming. We'll get Brady back in tomorrow. I'll be out Thursday, getting ready for a big garage sale. TJ, I don't know if you've ever done a garage sale. We have not, which, if you think about now, the fact that I've had 3 kids, one on the way. We've been married 12 years. We've never had a garage sale.
Are you guys hoarders?
You can imagine what the hell this has been like. No, we're not hoarders. We'll take things through, and like donate a bunch of stuff or whatever with like my stuff. But for the kids, we never officially closed the door on another kid. So it was always a possibility. So we've kept like all that stuff, and we have a boy and a girl, and we're like, well, what if we? And so we do. And now we know we're having another boy. So now, like, all of this stuff that we've accumulated of having girls for 12 years now is like coming out, and it's insane. I don't know how people do this. My wife and I are very different. I'm like, I don't care what it is. Like, get rid of everything. And she's out there with like stickers pricing everything. And I'm like, oh, this is not going to go.
What's the rule? The rule that you're supposed to use when you clean your house is like the poop rule. It's like, if this was covered in poop, would I care to clean it off? Is it that valuable to me that I would clean it off and keep it? If not,
it's mostly, I'll be fair. It's mostly clothes. It's mostly clothes and like kids, like toy stuff that has been shoved in the garage. Like, we have 86 containers of sidewalk chalk that has been in a variety of ways stacked on the shelves. I go to see other people's things and I'm like, A, I don't know how you have managed that level of chaos, but B, I'm real jealous of it.
I'm also curious. We're doing this on a Thursday. Is this like a 4-game series?
Neighborhood garage sale. So it goes Thursday through Sunday.
No, it is a 4-game series. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's 4-game series, but we're only playing 3 out of 4. Can't play it Friday because you and I have a charity golf event. So we're Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Not sure whose bright idea it was to go Mother's Day garage sale.
That's right. It's a bullpen game that day.
But I feel like that's probably a good day to garage sale.
You tell them you're taking your mom out, do whatever they want. I guarantee you, somebody's picking a garage sale.
I cannot wait to see how long it takes, because I'm going to give it over under of about the 4th visitor to the garage sale for my wife to like get in a fist fight about, well, I'll give you $4.
That's
the best. 5.
The best thing ever is when, people do that. And I'm kind of with your wife, is that like, it's like, hey, this one says $2. Can I get it for like $1.50? It's like, is the 50 cents going to kill you to just
I don't
pay
want quarters. No, you cannot. And now for you, it's $3.
You're going to haggle me over 50 cents. Just buy it.
And she is, I've watched her on Facebook Marketplace, like haggle serial killers, right? Like, you're like inviting these people to your homes and all these things. And you're like arguing with somebody with broken English about, the $3 they want to give you less for a $10 item. And I'm like,
there's got to be like a universal, like, if it's less than $15, just buy it. Like,
it's going to be, because for me, the goal of this thing, I just want this stuff out.
And that's the reason. And that's the reason that they do it.
Load it up. You can just have it. I don't even care.
That's the reason that they do it, is that there's people like you standing at the cash register saying, just take 5 more things for free.
Get it the hell out of here.
I will pay you $5 to just take this and leave the premises.
Take that to the dumpster for me. I don't care what you do with it. Yeah, there's going to be, it's going to be about the 4th person, I think, before she's ready to lose it. And we'll see how that goes. So that'll be entertaining, at least for me, to watch and sit back and observe. But yeah, we got to make sure people don't. She was like, do we go inside the garage or all on the driveway? And we had a moment there. She wanted to, I was like, I definitely don't want anybody in the garage. Like, that sounds like a terrible idea. Like, oh, how much for that? That's not for sale. No, we're good. Get out of my house. But please come by and see us. I can't wait. I can't wait for this. It's been so much fun. It's been just a true joy. The garage sale. How do people do this? No, usually it's just me taking things and donating. But we'll see. Maybe we'll make a little money. We told the kids they could have 10% of the pot if they pay.
Two more headlines. Two more headlines. By the way, over the week, I know you've seen them. Tang back to Baylor. That was a big one.
Yeah.
That was the headlines that are big enough to make their way into our talking points while we're in another country. Tang was one of them, and the other one was girls flag football is a thing now. They passed it.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
We're way deep in that. I guess Tang became official. Tang became official. I'll give you that one. The flag football thing is.
I mean, that was like the day I left.
It's one of my favorite news items ever.
I'm
so
this.
Fired up for that. My daughter wanted to play football so badly when she was little, and everybody got cold feet because it was going to have to be co-ed as they were getting to the age where like there could be a physical part of whatever. That if she'd have had that option, she'd have played football. She's got a cannon. She'd have loved it. I'm so fired up for that. I think it's awesome.
I saw something. Kansas Sports Chatter, I believe is what it is. Our guy out in Great Bend, Cole Rife, I believe, does this. He had Jeremy Holiday from Keisha on talking about it on his podcast, and asked what day of the week are they going to play on? Is this like a midweek thing, or how do they do it? And he brought up they haven't figured that out yet, but in some states they will play the girls' flag football game before the tackle football game on Friday nights and make it a doubleheader. I'm like, well, that's the coolest possible thing they could do. That's awesome.
It's just good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's get to this Chief stuff here. So nothing of note except the NFL draft since you've been gone.
Could they have gotten Delane at 9?
No. It's really interesting when you consume the draft from different places. So that night I was filling in because you were out and I had to come in night side. So I was on my way. I forget I don't know what I had to do at home. I had to rush home. I was like, okay, 9th pick. I can get home, get back. Well, they moved up the pick clock. So everything was going really fast. And so I rush home, see the first couple of picks. And I was like, I've got to get back. They're about to pick. Start driving. About halfway through, you get the news of, here's how it went on radio. You get the news of Chiefs trade, but you get that news before Arvell Reese is picked.
Yes.
So
I'm watching notifications on my watch, walking around an airport. I'm like, are they getting Arvell Reese?
Right. That was my thought. I was like, okay, they traded up. They're getting Reese. So then Reese goes, and I'm like, they traded up to get Reese, and they must have been okay to get Delane. Now, that seems crazy, right? And I think now there's been enough reporting that it was Delane for sure that they wanted. But I heard Chris Sims on the Dan Patrick show. He's like, I am not convinced that the Chiefs didn't trade up thinking they might be able to get Reese, because nobody thought the Giants were going to take Reese. And even if they did,
who was the one that slipped? Somebody slipped, right?
Well, Tate went way earlier.
Yes, and that pushed back.
It kind of pushed things a little bit.
That's right.
So you had this situation playing out. And it was fine. Like but anyway, so the radio analysts were 100% dead set. There is no doubt about it. Delane was not going to. It was when I think it was when Tate was drafted. It was when somebody was drafted. It all but guaranteed Delane was going to either New Orleans or Washington. Stone cold lock that one of those teams was taking Delane. And I think as you hear the Chiefs talk about it, that was what they thought too. And so they move up, they get Delane. Whether or not they thought they had a chance at Reese, I mean, even if they didn't, doesn't matter. So they obviously identified Delane. So that's okay. My initial thought on it was, man, they're really good at getting corners late in the draft. I didn't mind what it cost them to move up. It was a little pricey, but they were able to recoup some of that. I think the way that you hear them evaluate Delane and the way they think he's a fit and all of these things, it's clearly a player they loved. And I've always said, you got to take players you love that high. Like, you can't miss on the player. So I'm okay with it. And it's come around. When I saw the rest of the draft play out, I like it more. I'll say that. After we see, a guy in Peter Woods who is being called the potential number 1 pick in next year's draft in the summer of 25, and you see his skill set. I don't know much about R. Mason Thomas, but whatever. Edge rusher, he's got skills, obviously. when you see the way, and then another corner, they obviously attacked defense. They had other options. The offensive line was a smokescreen, clearly. So it's telling you what we've been saying. This was the year to rebuild the defense. This is the year to run the ball, lean into the offensive line. You signed Kenneth Walker, lean into all of that. You get the crutch of Kelsey for another year. Like next year will be the year to rebuild the offense. This was the year to rebuild the defense. Okay. And they can do that and run the ball. And like those are the things and it may be 2 years that the Chiefs run this kind of offense, which makes the Kenneth Walker signing make even more sense, right? And so it all strategically, as you look big picture for the next evolution of the Chiefs franchise, I think does make a lot of sense. So I'm okay. I mean, at the end of the day, they got to get whichever player they took right at 9, especially when you trade up to 9. Mm-hmm. I mean, to what they trade up to 6. Like you have to get that pick right anyway. So if they love Delane that much and he was that high on their board, I don't think it was too expensive to go get him. You just have to be right about it. Because I think the chances of Woods being a bust are very low. He feels like the highest floor player to me. Like he feels like he's going to be good. Yep. However it is that they use him.
I'd agree. I'd agree with that. I missed this one. I forgot. I saw this in passing. They got the Nebraska running back. That feels like a pretty good pick in round 5. He was awesome in the Big Ten. He had 1,000 yards a game, it felt like.
And we knew they needed a backup running back. I mean, we knew it. I mean, Kenneth Walker's never had a solo backfield before.
Yep, it's true.
So,
so what they went
carries.
Their first 4 picks were all defense, right? Yeah.
Yes, and then they take a couple of dart throws on offense, and it's fine.
Nussmeier. That's Nussmeier. Nussmeier's the best.
They have to change backup quarterbacks every year, so why not? Yeah. It's a 7th round pick. Who cares? I thought it was a good draft. I thought it was a good draft. So, I mean, it wasn't my favorite draft, but I thought it was a good. I thought it was probably mission accomplished strategically. And now it just becomes a proposition of you still have to get the players right. They drafted 2 defensive linemen early last year, and we're not sure about either of those guys.
Yeah.
They drafted Felix Anudike-Uzomah in the first round. So that hasn't been their strength of drafts lately. They make up for it because they get so many good players later in drafts, but they better be right about Mansour Delane. He feels like a pretty safe pick, according to literally everybody. But no, I do not think he would have fallen tonight. It sounds like it was a foregone conclusion that he was going at one of those other 2 picks. I wish so badly I would know like, well, who would have been the other option then?
I know. I'm trying to think back to all the mocks we stared at. Caleb Downs fell farther than we kind of thought.
I'm so excited. I'm so fired up for that.
Oh, he went to the Cowboys. That's right.
Woo! Yeah. Like the literal perfect pick they could have made for what they need. Like the perfect pick for them.
Who got Jacob Rodriguez?
Dolphins, the damn Dolphins.
Interesting.
There's some Zach Thomas correlation there, which is kind of cool. But yeah, that was a bummer because the Chiefs weren't really neither the Chiefs or the Cowboys were going to be in a great position to get him like we initially kind of thought maybe they could. They both kind of lost out on that. Rick says, by the way, on Nussmeier that they'll have to carry 3 quarterbacks so they'll lose him. We'll get to this Mahomes injury update.
Maybe.
I'm sure they're going to carry 3 quarterbacks, at least for a little while.
They carried 3 quarterbacks with Shane Buechele because they don't want to lose him.
I think they'll need to with Mahomes. But yeah, we got that was kind of the first round happenings. There wasn't really anything else we were particularly interested in, just Rodriguez because we all saw him play and dominate the Big 12 like he did. I mean, Texas Tech and all their draft picks. By the way, we've had a massive gambling scandal since you've been gone.
Yeah, saw that
one. I don't know what that means yet, but I don't think we're going to see Sorsby play next year.
That's wild.
Yeah, I think it was a fine draft for the Chiefs. I think it was just fine. They'll be okay. Here's the news of the weekend. We see the rookies, they introduce themselves, whatever. Patrick Mahomes may be participating in OTAs. Now, Andy Reid cautioned people but this is like non-contact OTAs. And so like for me, I think it's a great sign, but I don't think he's probably going to end up doing much more than he would do at a training facility. He's going to, I'm sure, take some dropbacks. He's going to, do all of these little things and that'll be it. But there's always been a 50-50 chance that Gumby comes back quickly from this injury. right? Like I've always kind of had it at 50-50 that he's the week 1 starter.
Yeah.
At worst 50-50. I mean, I even think it was, you could even call it probable. It's Mahomes, man. Like the guy, that's one of his things. That's one of his superpowers.
I just think the biggest thing from that is just like, man, you watch that and you're like, that first drop back, if he plays week 1, every Chiefs fan is going to watch that. And that first drop back, everybody's just going to like turn their guts. And it's just like, oh, please don't hit him. Don't hit him. Don't hit him. Like, that's my mind goes to that. Is it like, please don't rush. Like, it's fine if you come back.
At OTAs? They won't. Do you honestly think that anybody involved in that situation would let him get out there if there was any risk to him whatsoever?
I know that. I'm saying week 1 of the NFL season. OT, I don't care about OTA. Yeah, at OTAs, he's going to just throw a couple 50% passes, I'm sure.
He's going to take dropbacks, I imagine, test the leg out.
Exactly. Like, that's the only thing that's going to happen there. But I'm talking about, like, he's not going to play in the preseason, I can't imagine. So it's like... But based on this, he might. It depends on other teams.
I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility that it gives you like a quarter if he's going to play week 1.
Yeah, that's my thing. First time he gets hit is just everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh. Or first time he runs out of the pocket probably is the better example.
That'll be it, because he can get hit. It's an ACL, right? Like, we've seen the guy's kneecap beside his leg, and eventually, like, it is one of the things that he does that makes him really special is his ability to stay on the field and get back on the field. So, and ACLs have gotten so good at those now. So, but that is, I mean, it's a positive sign for sure for Chiefs fans that's the thought, is that he can be out there for OTAs. Like, that has to be positive news. How good can the Chiefs be? This will be a discussion we have all summer. Their expectation next year will be a fascinating thing to think about. Like, what is it? Because you just had the bad year. You hope it's limited to that. You're going to lose Rashee Rice almost certainly after this season, but you have him this season, and you have Kelsey this season. You're looking at a team next year where your top receiving option might be Xavier Worthy.
Yeah.
And nobody else is really there. Jalen Royals, if he ends up being a thing.
I'll say that, and I think that we'll probably explore this sentence more in the coming weeks, is that you leave last year's draft with Josh Simmons, which we all said that, like, if he's healthy, like, I feel really good about the Kansas City Chiefs. You leave this year's draft, and there were still so many questions about the roster that, like, you leave it and you're like, well, they're not the best team in football.
No,
but how good are they? But like last year, that's my point. Is last year they get it? They take Josh Simmons and like, if he's healthy, they may be the best team in football. Yeah. And now knowing what we know and how many questions that we had, is that like, how good are they? Like, I don't think that anybody's going to go into this season being like, we're going to the Super Bowl. It's happening. Like,
well, they will. We will.
Yeah, but like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's not as like in years past. We've seen like every single year, the last 5 years, we've said like, well, the Chiefs are the best team in football. It's theirs to lose. This year, it's like, they may be the fourth or fifth best team in the AFC.
I will tell you this. If these picks, like if they can get contributions from, let's call it 3 players they just drafted, I would not hold down their chances, because I do think their redesigned offense, if they really can run the ball,
I agree.
It's going to,
like, that's my point. Like, you look at that, we don't even know if they're going to win their division. That's my point.
No, not right now. I mean, we'll see when the dust settles. If everybody's healthy, I'm going to pick them to win the division probably, but that's more of a me still having a hard time buying in fully to Denver, even though I think Denver got better in the offseason. They had a Jalen Waddle. You kidding me? So maybe I will pick Denver. I don't know. We'll see. That's a long way away, but positive news for the Chiefs and a little draft catch up there with TJ. We're coming back. We got more Sports Daily. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now. 83101 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas fan headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. It is Sports Daily. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland. Happy to be with you here on a Monday morning, getting back into the groove, headed down the home stretch here of the spring and on into the summer. We're excited to be with you. Speaking of summer, iced tea and summer go hand in hand. You want to win an iced tea right now from HTO? You can do it. Just text us. You can enter by texting the keyword tea to the short code 20357. You can enter once per day. Message and data rates apply. That'll get you one free iced tea in East Wichita, West Wichita, or in Derby. Good luck, everybody. So we come back in here. TJ, it is, I saw this, during one of the breaks, the Royals put out that they're slashing the price in half for the Royals.tv subscription. Now, what I would want to know, and I haven't been able to see any just yet, but I haven't looked all that hard. Are all the teams in baseball doing this? Because I don't think that they are.
I don't know.
We're a month into the season and we're already catching it at half price. That can't be a good sign, can it?
I don't know. Maybe it's hey, strike while the iron's hot. I know you didn't want to watch us.
Crowds have not been big yet. Now, they haven't given fans a lot of reasons, and they've had really bad weather in Kansas City this year. I think we've had the same issue, I think, in Wichita. I think the wind surge have felt it. We felt it at the businesses. We have not had good weather for that sort of thing, right? It's been cold on the weekends, cloudy, rainy. A lot of weekends have kind of been junk weather. I'm curious to see how this week goes for them. How much buzz has this team been able to generate as they come home for just an unbelievably large looming I mean, are you kidding me? Early May? The way they've dug, this is a problem with the hole they dug themselves into. Like, you have very little wiggle room now the rest of the way for really bad weeks of baseball. So they have to do it. The energy, I hope, at Kauffman is through the roof. But it is still May. It's early May. School's still in session. You know what I mean? Like, you're fighting a lot of battles there for a 6:40 first pitch for the Royals tonight. But hopefully they're able to do it. But I did think that was interesting to see that. I was like, wonder if this is across baseball we're seeing that. But, man, I don't think it is. I think that's just a Royals thing.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is. They didn't get the numbers that they wanted to. Maybe it was the people that were like, yeah, I'll subscribe in a little bit. I'm just not really into the Royals quite yet. And then now it's like, hey, guys, like, we're good. You want to watch us? Here's
Good.
the deal.
4 games under 500.
We're good in the sample size.
Better.
The sample size. Yeah.
When you're at a pub in Scotland, what's on TV? Is it just all soccer and golf?
Yeah, basically. A lot of reruns because it's the weird hours of the days. I didn't see a single I didn't see ESPN once. So yeah.
No baseball, no.
I never saw baseball. I saw a lot of soccer reruns on Saturdays because
weird.
Saturdays there was a lot of live soccer, so those were the hard days to get seats at the pubs. So a lot of Sky Sports, TNT's got Premier League soccer over there. A lot of TNT was on over there.
You need to tell me you guys didn't just go belly up during a soccer game and find out who everybody's rooting for?
I mean, we did a little bit. We were in the clubhouse at one of the golf courses, and I think like Man United was playing or something like that. Was why it was such a big deal. Everybody wanted to watch them, but like. I mean, they put the abbreviations up there with the logo. I'm like, what league is this? Who is playing right now?
They were finishing up one of the soccer tournaments for my kids, and they always have like a pop-up merchandise thing, and it's kind of like garage sale, as we were talking earlier. Like on the last day, like it's like, I don't know, $5 for a pair of shorts. So I'm like, kids, let's go see who's over there. We don't know any of them. Like, so they all have like numbers and teams. And so we just kind of picked them based on color. And then when we got home, we looked them all up, and it was like, this team's in Spain and this team's in Argentina and whatever. It was like, oh, there you go.
Yeah. A lot of that, a lot of golf. In St. Andrews, it was like all golf and just golf reruns. It's like, hey, you
go to Crestview and it's all golf and a lot of reruns. And it's amazing to me. I've grown into this since our family's been out at Crestview. How many people just like really consume and watch that much golf?
Yeah.
Like, there are a lot of them. And I'm like, whoa, man, I've always been kind of a major watcher. Like, I watched Cam Young yesterday. I'm like, okay, a little bit Sunday consumer. That's kind of my golf. And then the majors. But no, there are people that are watching every flipping day of every event out there. So are they watching like the PGA Tour? That's right.
They are. Yeah. PGA's global. So
I would
one of my favorite conversations
watching them watch a soccer game.
Yeah. I mean, it's like nobody said a word sitting there. It was pretty funny. One of my favorite conversations to have over there regarding PGA Tour was a lot of like So who do you guys like over here? Like, do you guys like
Scotty, don't they?
I was like, do you guys like Scotty? Because like in America, like everybody loves Scotty. Is he like renowned over here? And they're like, yeah, he seems like a good guy. Like he seems
His name's
pretty cool.
Scotty. How do they not like him?
Yeah, it's true. That I didn't even think about that. Yeah, but yeah, obviously a lot of Bobby Mack, Robert McIntyre is the Scot that's famous. Yeah. They all love Rory because he's part of the UK, basically Northern Ireland. And then all the
which Ireland is in and which Ireland's out.
Northern Ireland is in.
So he's in. He's
yes,
on the in part.
He's in the UK, yes, but not a part of Great Britain. I learned all this stuff of the differences of Great Britain versus the UK because there's differences. I'm a casual. I'm sorry. I paid attention in the US history class, I guess. But yeah, a lot of talk about that. No baseball.
I don't know. It's hard. Like when we go to Hawaii with my wife's family, it's very hard for me to disconnect because you have the time zone change, and out there it is. They watch surfing.
It's awesome. That's the best.
So it's like but you get used to like if we go and it's baseball season, I'm like, hell yeah, I got like 1 p.m. baseball every day. This is
best.
Great.
Absolute
NFL
opposite
games,
over there.
NFL season's a trip. Yeah. You're out there on a NFL Sunday. You get up early with the NFL.
Yeah, it's the exact opposite over there. Like that's sports
gotta be
are
what it would be like as an American living abroad, though.
Yeah,
like,
I believe it.
You'd never get to watch your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's never on. Nobody's ever talking about it. It's how soccer fans must have felt here for generations. Now soccer's big here too, but like it was. You're like, oh God, it's a soccer.
That
guy.
was
like
it was very, very much like another great conversation is people will be like, it's like what do you do for work? I'm like, oh, I cover the team, I cover the Chiefs, and they're like, okay. I'm like, you watch the NFL? He's like, never have, not one. The team that's won 4 Super Bowls, you don't know who they are.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's great though. I love it. Did you catch any live music?
Yeah, there was one guy who just we were sitting right next to the Scott singing live music in one of the pubs, and
Shred
just
the pipes.
He didn't have pipes. He just kept saying he had a little bit of banjo action stuff, and he would.
Dang it.
We saw a lot of bagpipes though walking around the streets though. He was very much like he'd sing, stop and look at us and say something, and we all just be like, and he's like, "You have no idea what I'm saying."
Because the accent's so
it's
thick.
so heavy in Scotland. Oh my God.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got to get there. It's one of the places I need to go. I don't know how into Europe. Like I would love to go see everything, but it feels a little squirrely over there. I feel like I'd be all right in Scotland and Ireland.
A lot of fun.
But yeah, good to have you back here. The Royals are playing tonight. So we started with the Royals. We can finish with the Royals here for just a couple of minutes. Cleveland's been very Cleveland this year. I'll just say that. They have a negative run differential. I mean, like Cleveland and the Rays are like cockroaches. You can't put them away. They're just always there. It's amazing. Those two franchises, they're always there. Negative run differential, game over 500 in first place right now. Whereas like Detroit has one of the better run differentials in the American League. You're like, yeah, that tracks. That's kind of what we thought they'd be. Yet they have the same record as Cleveland. So I don't know which part of this homestand worries me more. Probably the 3 against Detroit, because I think Detroit's very good. I don't know are they going to catch Scooble? I have to look at that later in the week. But Cleveland, you could sit here and Jose Ramirez, who's not just a Royals killer, he's an everybody killer. And all of a sudden you lose 3 of 4 and you're 5 games back basically of Cleveland. It's like, man, all that progress you just made. Mm-hmm. So those 4-game series are a little wild. You got to split it. Like that has to happen. And then if you get more than that, great. But you have to split that series.
Yeah.
Or it could kill you for a long time.
I agree. Not only do they get Scooble, they get Scooble on national TV against Noah Cameron on Sunday night. So
there's Sunday Night Baseball again.
Yes.
So our conversation is relevant here.
It is.
You can catch it on YouTube TV.
I hope so. I'll look you up.
You can. I watched the Rangers last night on YouTube TV.
Because there's NBA on NBC.
Yeah, I don't think they ever put Sunday Night Baseball on NBC.
That's what it's supposed to be, but right now there's conflict, so it's getting pushed to Peacock. Yes, that was the whole thing.
I thought it was NBC, always on Peacock.
No, NBC got Sunday Night, and it streams on Peacock as well, but it's supposed to air on NBC.
Oh well, that's better. But you can catch it on YouTube TV, so it's not a horrible situation. You can always listen to it on the radio at KFH, which I do frequently. The Royals have a really good broadcast team right now. Just as an aside, really,
we got a week straight of HUD. By the way, that's the one thing I'm FOMO of.
I can't get enough HUD, and
He's
I'm so glad
good.
that Hosmer is doing what he's doing. And I wish they could, and they probably could incorporate both of them in a homestand. Because what I would want for Hos more than anything else as a broadcaster is to let his personality just ooze like HUD does. The thing, when I first moved here, I don't know how long HUD's been on the Royals broadcast, but when I first moved here and I would hear people like dog on him, and I'm listening to the games and I'm like, are you kidding me? It's like, are you not entertained right now? Like, how could you not love this? This is incredible. It's kind of like the football analyst. Like, are you really watching a baseball game so that your color analyst can teach you something about baseball?
I agree.
Come on. Nobody's doing that. Like, entertain us. And HUD, man, he's got the most energy of anybody. He's one of the best. He's one of my favorite color baseball guys I've ever seen.
I don't know if you saw this
one. And I hope he gets around Hosmer and teaches him how to let his personality bleed into it like that.
I don't know if you saw the video against the Mariners. I don't know what game it was that Naylor struck out and slammed his bat on the ground.
It was yesterday.
Yeah, Ryan said, and Naylor needs to be careful. And HUD said, quack.
He just lets it out. That's what we need, because Hosmer has it. Have you seen Hosmer? Like that's his personality. Let that bring that energy to every broadcast, because I felt like he's been a little reserved a little bit on TV. No, let it all hang out, man. And of course, radio guys have to be able to do play-by-play so they don't ever come away from the TV part. But I don't want to sit here and say like at the expense of Hosmer, and Guthrie's fine too. I need more HUD. Yeah. I need more HUD. Like, it was so good to have him back on the call.
It's a thing. Is it Cleveland? It might be Cleveland. I can't remember. I saw a headline somewhere that this is happening elsewhere that has also gone to a MLB.TV model, like the Royals.TV has gone to. And it's something where they basically told them, like, you need to get other people in the mix and get more people in your booth. And I think
put them in HUD and Hosmer.
No. They're doing it like the Royals are, where it's saying, like, give them some days off. And apparently, like, their color guy was like, I don't want days off. I'll call every game. And so that's a big push back and forth. And so maybe that was something that came down from the MLB to be like, let's get other guys in there. Let's give HUD some days off.
Well, it works for the Royals. HUD's getting up there, and Hosmer.
Yeah, HUD's going to retire eventually. That was the first thing that came to my mind.
Hosmer doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
It's to them. It's a passion thing. So days off are probably very welcome, I would imagine, in the Royals booth. And then all of their play-by-play guys rotate through. What do they have? 4 of them, and they're all really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's cool. But yeah, it was good. It was good. Good call out there. It was good to get HUD back. It was good. You'll have the radio broadcast, by the way, tonight. Not sure which 2 are going to be on it, but it'll be good either way. That starts at 6:00. That pregame coverage. We'll come back. We got a little more Sports Daily. Don't go anywhere.